got to understand that symbiotic relationships attract like. Uh, and the reason why I was so repulsed by, I liked sports. I like school. I liked learning. I liked sharing. I liked mathematics and stuff. But when I realized they were genocidal, homicidal, and suicidal, um, I just even more so than Albert Einstein dummied up, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And life being eternal, grace being infinite, and me being the person that I am in prophecy. I was watching the little prophecy thing on Thunder with the three women, and that's not prophecy. That's okay, but it's wives' tales with the prophecy is it's radically different. Prophecy is something that people look to for balance, harmony, and understanding, and salvation from psychotic, aggressive, compulsive, self-destructive, homicidal, genocidal, homicidal, and suicidal behaviors. Okay. So prophecy is that wisdom that sustains us, that love, that perfect understanding, that, someone to watch over me. Okay. So the guy who fulfills prophecy is radically more important than selfish people that are competing to try to be the best. Okay. Because he's faithful and truthful. So he is the best. And you can't be better than him, but you can be as good as him. You're just going to do it differently, right? You're going to be a different person than him, but you're going to be satisfied because you're going to be understanding and obeying natural laws in order to stay in balance, harmony, and understanding for the precious gift that we have for life on this planet. All things come together. I told you that a lot in Sierra Vista when they first, it's your hypothalamus with your thalamus. Isn't that great the way God put things together so we can enjoy hypothalamusing? Yeah. Right on, right? And so that's the way I see it, right? I sit there and go, the way things were put together, and you're like, well, because, the thing like with sex, when you're a kid and you're Mormon, we poop and pee down there. Oh my God, that's gross, right? I pee out of there. I have to put it into my, where she pees and that's gross, right? As a kid, you think, poop and pee is, it's bad. You got to wash your hands. You're going to use it. Then you watch dogs and cats, and of course they don't live as long as we do. Sit there and wow. And I watch this mind-blowing facts thing. It's the one thing that was neat about with Neil deGrasse Tyson about the dogs, and the way they treat you because they get every day for you is a week for them, And so they're, where are you going? Hey, man, we've only got a short time together, man. Zeke was like that too. They shooting, they crazy. No, Zeke was very intelligent. He was a super intelligent dog, right? And they shooting, he'd go around, he'd just, Vip would try to bite the tires to keep us safe. And there's no pheromones here, the way he was. But he hated driving. He was like my Emily, get car sick. He hated it. He didn't. You had to pick him up and put him into the vehicle. And he was like, oh, I hate you. Right? Could you sedate me? Right? He hated, and I always thought about that. Oh, if I, the whole time when he was still alive and going to the healer or whatever. So I was like, oh, I got to put him in the vehicle again and move him, again. And Zeke hates that, right? Like Emily. And so not everybody likes to get in a car and go destroy things and be egotistical and be part of planetary self-destruction, right? You want to do, I just was Kizzy, me stay put, right? And so, contrary to popular opinion, like when they had that type A, part B personality thing at Southwest Airlines, and me and Teresa are like, no, we don't want to be type A. No, type A people are fucking annoying and they piss you off. I'm an organized person, I place everything in its place, and I pretty much put things back and organize, not to the weird umpteenth degree. It's not weird. It's just the way. Well, yeah, it is weird. Ben Affleck's character on the accountant and stuff. Okay, no, just use the one spoon, and no, I like people. I like people, so I'll have lots of spoons. There's a spoon in there. I like having people around. I've always had lots of people around until the military decided towards me because I thoroughly kicked their ass online in 2009, and then they've just been keep torturing me, abusing me ever since. These people are never coming back. It's like, yeah, every moment that we have never comes back. I understand that. I'm not stupid. Okay. I'm a good dog. We only got a short. So, when I sit there before, I understand life's eternal, grace is infinite. And so what I'm doing is that, share, care, give, and course need, built to last, balance, harmony, and understanding. So in the future, like with John Lennon's, Broken Glass Heroes, the take your time instead of giving you your time, that they take it away, right? They hate you if you're clever, and they despise a fool. So just fit in and do as you're told, right? And agree with their genius and compound their genius by saying, oh, look what I did. This genius, and I made this genius an uber genius, right? And you don't be Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I whooped all three of your asses. Played for 4 years, went and made love to my wife in the mountains and never came back. He left, yeah. Hey, you guys say, when is he going to give us some room? Hey, 4 years, I'm out of here. Girls say, God, I hope he comes back soon. No, I'll make kids, and I'll raise the kids in Flagstaff or Silver to be like me. It's okay. It's good. No 7-year ache here. Everything's okay. Eternally faithful. Right on. Standard of male human behavior. And it only makes sense that I look and feel like Job. And it's been a long time, been a long, lonely time. And I'm 59. I'll be 60 in July. And there you are, lost in the shadows, searching for someone. Set you free from New York City. Where did all those yesterdays go? And if you're not paying bills, and somebody comes up with a perfect little nugget in time, to go, oh, I love the song. I like that. Oh, it's fun to dance that way. Yeah, it is, right? Why was it that way? Marketing, manipulation, homophobia, yada, 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 right? Extreme reactions. Yeah, we have that a lot. Human beings are wacko. Yeah, they do a lot of wacko things. But the one thing, when I sit there and watch the thing about Neil deGrasse Tyson, when he's talking to Terry Crews about the pole moving, that there was no extermination event, it's a prelude, probably, most likely. When it was happening because of, aggressive behaviors from predators that were unchecked and so forth. And so that could be the case. We'd have to examine further. I'm not sure, but a lot of the evidence does point towards that as far as, mass extinction, terrestrial impact, because it starts turning wrong because things are going wrong. And then the sun will, hey, I need a big pow, I need an extermination, but whatever's on the planet is causing problems for everybody else to maintain the sun, so forth. So balance, harmony, and understanding, right? So I don't know, all those things about Paul Twitchell, it's 0-3000 and this and that. That may just be, the time that they could do a scientific experiments to alter things or whatever. I don't know. I'm not God, and I can't tell you. I don't know how much precious time we can get on this beautiful planet, living balance, harmony, and understanding, life of sacrifice. I just know it's, I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long, long time coming, and too long, very much too long. Okay. But that's from my perspective, and I don't have an ego problem that tries to eliminate God with my ego problem. So, you can't make other people be humble like me and D.T. Suzuki and Jiddu Krishnamurti and Jesus and so on and so forth. So all you can do is correct their devices and then police them with their devices. Like what happens, like I say, I can keep people safe from technology with technology. I just can't keep them safe from themselves, right? Like Don Lemon's a perfect example, and the people doing the protests at the hospitals in El Paso. It's like, serious fuckingly? None of you assholes have a clue I exist. And you think the Lord's Prayer is just a really rotten fucking idea because it sure cuts into fucking little girls in brothels in Mexico? And what the hell are you thinking? You want to be the county assessor for El Paso? You a vet? Okay. Here's some sweet bad. Oh, look, it's a hot girl with the plastic surgery from the Medplex or whatever. And it's sad, you know. It's sad. It's nice to see girls that look natural. I was looking at the girls of the basketball team, and they're athletes, so they look natural. And I remember Deming having really cute girls, right? A little number 0, I forgot what her name was. And then the camera crew's really good, and they get a little shot in. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She reminds me of the girls at the garage dances and at the softball games in Deming. So pretty. She's so pretty. Yeah, she's so cute. She's so pretty. She's pretty. Right. And so I sat there and saw the little girl from Deming go, oh, that's, you know. Remembering those, I'm an old man and know a great many troubles. Trouble is most of them never happen. In my case, they all happened, and more were happening than I ever thought were happening because I happen to be the subject of a book that all the scientists are jealous of. Why isn't everybody paying attention to me? Because you're an asshole. Okay. Only the assholes pay attention to you, and then you get together and pass out great awards and say, hey, Madam Curie, let's go blow people up. Okay, let's kill ourselves with the scientific study and say this is for science. Why? I mean, I understand why her and her husband had to die because they were sick fucking assholes. But why don't the people on the Big Bang Theory explain that to you? That is a sick fucking crazy bitch with a sick fucking crazy husband. And why doesn't Gal Gadot drop the carrier thing on the crazy lady and thing, just put her out of her misery, right? When you're watching the movie, just go ahead and drop it. She ain't going to change. But if we have a life where they're applying the physics of the Lord's Prayer and there's no Diana Prince and Amazons and yeah, right, and no, hey, I'm going to drop a bomb on you. We're going to win the war. We got to win. Things might get better. Things can only get better. Feynman's full of shit, right? And it's not true. When you have balance, harmony, and understanding, you can literally, quote, reverse destruction. Yeah, it's like things can only get better. That doesn't apply in physics. Seriously, if we decided not to build the nuclear weapon and drop it and live the Lord's Prayer, things wouldn't have gotten better, asshole. Okay, you don't think too good. You need to sit down and shut the fuck up and drink some Hamrin Ale till you pass out, and then I'll explain to everybody he's a little bit fucking crazy. Don't worry about it. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be nuts? Don't try to get the nuts off it by, sparking a fire. It's tires and okay. But yeah, you think scientists would know. But the moral of the story: don't break into tribal, secular, insular, violent drug cartel gangs like we have now. Then if you get in a van, an archaic van, trying to relive the good old days, you'll realize they were very fucking good. I've been telling you that for a long ass motherfucking time. Okay, do you understand? So, tired of these assholes. Now, I went to go look at the editor thing for to connect to Crummy for the football stuff. And I thought, well, that might be it, because one kid showed how you could do this and that. And it is no. It is way too complex and has too many, you got to put in this, and then you got to put in maybe shift to focus. And it's too much of a hassle to try to go in and do the things that I think would be fun. And I can't. I tried to get my 13 teams and put them on 4 teams since they're backwards compatible, but they won't let you do that either. So I'm good with the ones I have. And I don't need to be connected to any other universities. If people don't want me on their campus, I don't want to go to their campus. If people don't want to live the Lord's Prayer, I don't want to go to their campus. I don't want to go to the football games. I don't want to go there. I stopped going to New Mexico State football games. I went and talked to people about staying up for Lord's Prayer so we could all live in a worldwide. And all they did was put a big bar on the top part for all the rich people in the Pan Am and a big bar on the side where the Oregon Mountains are at the football games. So they put in a bar, yeah. Instead of live the Lord's Prayer, they put in a goddamn bar. Yeah, sell her Hagiel. Wow. How do they think that's going to go down in history? I don't know, but all I know is, as far as the poll moving, I'm certain that'll be radically changed once we stop mad, psychotic, aggressive behaviors through global warming and economics. I'm certain it will. I'm certain that, there are things that, it could shift one way, it could shift, it could shift to another. But as far as, no, I think you can I know you can. I know you can radically stop violent uh, ecological events by doing things that don't cause them. And you people, guys, seriously, okay. Testing nuclear weapons doesn't do anything. It's got a magic freon filter in the sky right next to the carbon emission character. They're called clouds. No, they're not magic filters. What you put into them, you get them like all the garbage in space. Okay? How do we get up there and find a way to clean a lot of that up? It's some kind of a little magnetic machine. Pick all that back up. If you're going to do the Blue Origin thing, go up there and tell Katy Perry and Gail and Oprah to start cleaning all that stuff up. Okay, well, we're going to do this. This sounds dangerous. It is dangerous. Why are you doing this? Maybe we should build robots to do it. Maybe that's an excellent fucking idea. Maybe we'll all have peace when we build, everyone has robots built to clean up all the junk in space. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it, right? Then if we put anything up there, it would be to serve a purpose for global communication, to basically give us a police force over insane thinking till we get that corrected. And then if a more advanced civilization, just because people find ways to continue their destructive lives through their destructive behaviors. You can watch it, just watching the goddamn Star Trek and Star Wars imaginations isn't enough. This is really wrong, and so is Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is what we're leading to. Right. Make it stop. I'm working on it. Balance, harmony, and understanding. So obviously, the most highly evolved life forms and species in the quote cosmos are the ones that understand balance, harmony, and understanding, and that they don't need to find another place to live. They just need to take care of the place that they're living on. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? Tell me now, right? If you're taking care of your planet, you don't need to look for a new planet to live on because you're busy destroying each other and your planet on the one you're living on. That's superior intellectual. Jesus, Muhammad. Okay? Way more intelligent than goddamn fucking Curie and her fucked up husband. That's insane. Okay, that is absolute psychotic clinical insanity. What Oppenheimer was forced to do was clinical insanity. Finish it, Flavism. So long, farewell. All right. To Ratigan, the world's greatest rat. My dear Bartholomew, you've gone and upset me, right? Okay. And, how do we entertain when those kind of, those things are gone? You're worse than the widows and orphans you drowned. Oh, Ratigan, I mean, you sit there and it's entertainment, and this is a children's cartoon thing for Disney to make lots of money and fill rides and have people do things that could get people killed, giving them adrenaline rushes. Whoa, hey, maybe that will save us from growing old prematurely, right? Well, it's just not the case. Okay. Causes premature aging is undue, irrational, aggressive stress and toxic environments through the aggressive causes of stress. Everybody in there, radiation poisoning, because and we have natural things to stop that and keep balance, harmony, and but you guys going, hey, let's build it on Earth. Hey, let's do this to make our technology the best technology and all of mind-bender manipulation. Yes, Baroness. What about you, Destro? A Cobra Commander. I mean, you fucking nut jobs. And if you don't think you're fucking nut jobs, then you need me to fix quantum computing. Moss, Roppy, do, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, Fa, a long, long way to run, so a needle going through it. I was looking at that video last night of Nancy Wilson, and I was, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. But my law looked a lot like her, yeah. And she was going to marry me, yeah. She got alone with me, and we did what parents do to have babies that look like us, I hope they look more like their mother. Patrick looks like his mom and his dad, but she has very soft features to balance out my very sharp features and stuff. So he's very handsome. He just, he had so much abuse inflicted on him by all the people that were jealous of me, and they were even more jealous of him because he was 6'5" and has 13-inch penis, right? This one's 6'5", tan. Yeah. Oh, god damn. He does have elfin ears. Does look like Legolas a little. I was just kidding around. But yeah, poor Patrick. Yeah, it was hard. If we'd been able to stay together, he would have had a lot better life. You know, if they had just left us alone and left us, but that was not in the cards. It was not going to happen. Okay. And then that whole thing, why Amy? It's like, why did you come back here and protect Natalie? I don't want to hear it, son. I love you. You're pissing me off. You're really pissing me off. Right? Why do people that are anti-bullies and gracious good shepherds have a desire to protect people that are easily manipulated and abused by abusive, fucked up people? I don't know. Why do good people protect children from bad people? I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's why that song, Honey, reminds me of Miami. And what you put into somebody is what you'll get out of them. And they had connections to people that were abused and tried to survive the abuse during the Holocaust, and what caused all the Germans to act this way? Well, it was making them pay for World War I, because you blame all the people for the small amount of assholes. Okay, and it's a small portion of the population. Okay, but the 20% that's, I'm the best, I'm the sexiest, I'm the greatest, okay, is so aggressive and so violent and so selfish and so self-destructive that the 80% just, gets wallowed up and chewed up in it. And a lot of the 80% become monsters. Okay. And they typically wouldn't become monsters. Todd Zarnecki's mean, right? If you eliminated the excessive compulsive, I'm the greatest warrior and the greatest fucker and the greatest fuckable of all time. You guys, there were some girls that were just like really, really attractive, okay? But they were really bitchy. And there were some girls that were really, really attractive and really nice and tried to be nice because everybody was mean to them because they were so attractive. Debbie Davis was that way. Edna Gomez was that way. Not all of them are that bitchy cheerleader like, oh, you're going to wear that? Not all of them are like Regina George. No, Debbie Davis was a really neat girl. Okay. And Edna was a wonderful lady. If there's evidence to the contrary, it's because she was abused hideously like me, and it was hard to, like what happened with poor Peggy Pettis in this horrible town. Okay? So I love you guys very much. And don't be an ass. She came from a really bad drug dealing or aggressive family. Yeah, but sometimes you react violently to the violence of your family because you don't want to put up with it because you're just a kinder soul. You do know Caiaphas and Herod were Jesus' cousins, right? Okay. Have a nice day.